going to turn on two things, Benny. It's going to turn on the use of force, whether it was excessive, because that's how you get to the assault. Once you've gotten to a point where there's excessive force, then you've gotten to a point where it's no longer justifiable to use the force he's using. And then whether or not that use of force actually causes death. I think that's where it's going to turn on. And I think it's problematic for the defense that the only person willing to say the use of force was somehow justified as a paid expert, whereas the prosecution had the chief of police say I'm the chief of police. These are the guidelines we go by. What George Floyd, what Derek Chauvin did was excessive use of force. He should have stopped. You had the most senior officer in the Minneapolis Police Department say the same thing. You had the person who trains them in medics say he should have performed life-saving measures on Mr. Floyd. And I just want to go back, Benny, really quick to this notion that I'm not somehow interested in fundamental justice. What I'm interested in is justice, equal justice under the law. What I'm interested in is seeing police officers being held accountable for misconduct. And just because I say, based on what I've seen in this case, the facts, circumstances, the evidence, that I believe there's going to be a conviction, doesn't mean I've somehow written off the idea of a fair trial. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not going to feel sorry for Derek Chauvin because a fellow police officer happened to kill another black man in the middle of his trial. When last week I said that we should change the culture of policing because this happens way too often, and nobody jumped on board and agreed with me. And at that point, Dante Wright was still alive.
Ricky, I don't think that anybody here is suggesting that you don't care about the fundamental justice. I think what I'm saying is that from our conversations here, and this isn't an indictment against you, from our conversations here, my position is that of a criminal defense lawyer asked to opine about a case. I'm opining about it without giving my particular opinion about what's going on. And from that perspective, I try to give the defense some air that they don't normally receive amongst these conversations. And so when I look at the case, I look at it and I say, from a police officer, from a retired police officer perspective, this is how we train, this is what we do, this is why this makes sense, this is why we talk about situational awareness, this is why we talk about positional asphyxia.
We just have to go to a break here. I hate interrupting you, but we've got to do it, otherwise we're going to run out of time at the end. But I appreciate you coming on and doing that, because of all the cases I've covered through the years, this has been one of the most difficult to get anyone to say anything on behalf of the defense. So anyway, when we come back, who had a better day? Prosecution or defense? In day one of the defense case, did they win it? The verdict next.
30 years ago, a person dressed as a clown, holding flowers and balloons, rang the doorbell, calling Warren's house. But when Lillian answered, the clown shot her to death.
Advanced DNA testing led authorities to Sheila Keen Warren. The defendant ended up marrying the victim's husband.
It's like a Lifetime movie plot.
This is going to be a riveting case.
Moms do a lot. Doctors, teachers, artists, memory makers. Show her that you celebrate everything she is. This is Fracture, a new way of printing life's special moments directly on glass.
Hey, I'm Nick. We created Gabby because most people overpay for car insurance. Gabby is a free tool that saves you money by finding the best deal. Gabby saves users over $800 a year on average. Go to Gabby.com and stop overpaying for car insurance.
I attribute my hair thinning to excess stress levels. Nutrafol improves hair growth by targeting stress as a root cause. I have better resistance to stress. It's so rewarding. Learn more at Nutrafol.com.
Credit Karma has a more rewarding way to save, with a chance to win $20,000 every month. Sorry, old way of saving, we just blew you away. Deposit $1 now for a chance to win $20,000. Terms apply.
I'm getting started today, and I wanted nothing
PhotoDealDirect.com. Check out the incredible deal.
At times like these, it's important to know that you're staying safe at home. Visiting Angels is committed to your safety and comfort. Our compassionate caregivers provide one-on-one essential home care services for our senior loved ones. At Visiting Angels, personal home care is our passion. We're here for you.
America's choice in home care.
Being great at a new language means being pretty bad for a while. And soon, you'll be something else. Rosetta Stone, how language is learned.
The Garcias are good at getting the most out of things. And making a little go a long way. And with good RX,
Maybe better grab my prescription.
they're good at saving on prescriptions at their pharmacy too.
Hi, Mr. Garcia.
We're using GoodRx.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
You're good with good RX.
If you've received a wage garnishment notice, bank levy notice, or need to file back with current taxes, you need to call Tax Leaders of America.
After calling Tax Leaders of America, they were able to negotiate a tax bill down to pennies on the dollar.
Call today for a free